Well, here's a subject matter that I think can be definitely a game changer. And so I haven't heard about this yet on the alternative media or mainstream media, really. So I thought I would just share this information this morning because of all the other things happening. So I have a couple other videos I'm going to comment on. But this one I hear can be a definite game changer because a newer asset class, a 10 years old asset class in the form of the blockchain cryptography industry. And one of my biggest concerns all along was just the very fact that if it's created by man using computers, then definitely at some point computers itself will probably be programmed or created that can disrupt that technology, especially if that sector poses a threat to the entire financial system globally. And so here's an interesting article here. Not sure how valid it is, but it's one of the things where quantum computing was something I mentioned several years ago that concerned me, and definitely Google appears to have something in their hands that they deem worthy of commenting on at this point. So, uh, article from this weekend: Paul Joseph Watson, former Infowars journalist, basically reported on this, and it says Google's quantum supremacy to render all cryptocurrency and military secrets breakable. And so it's relatively a shorter article, but something that should make people think and question. It says Google announcement that it has achieved, quote, quantum supremacy. 53-qubit quantum computer greases the skids for all cryptocurrency and military secrets protected by cryptography to be breakable in a stunning new development that will change the world. So that very first paragraph starts us off in a very alarming fashion, because if all of the financial sector is being transitioned into the blockchain based technology utilizing the benefits of cryptography, but with the introduction of computers such as this that are designed to do computations at a much faster pace, more so than any other handheld man-made computer can do all at once, lets me know that the security and the dependability on the blockchain moving forward might be brought into question. So, give you an idea, it says the big tech corporation's new quantum processor took a mere 200 seconds to complete a computing task that would normally require 10,000 years on a supercomputer. So the 53-qubit quantum computer can break any 53-bit cryptography in seconds, meaning Bitcoin's 256-bit encryption is vulnerable once Google scales its quantum computing to 556 qubits, something their own scientists say will be possible by 2022. So that basically gives us 2.5 years, close to 3 years, before this computer or this quantum computer will have the capabilities of deciphering, decoding, breaking up, or who knows, however it'll play out, the coin known as Bitcoin, the leading cryptocurrency that has taken over the world for the last 10 years. And so this type of information here definitely is something worthy of paying attention to, because we have a good portion of the population being pushed towards the adoption model of bringing cryptocurrency to the forefront as a disruption of an old dying financial system. At the same time, Google seems to be making plans for them to take supremacy. So if you scroll through this, it gives more information about how this computer here puts Google in an elitist class like no other, because they will basically be able to do anything they want when it comes to computers and technology. Therefore, there will be no such thing as privacy on a cell phone or computer or anything of that nature, because it can all be broken into somehow, some way by computing power of this magnitude. And I'll sum it up here. It says, read Adam's full article for a comprehensive breakdown of what this means for the future. A beast system controlled by Google that makes Skynet look amateur in comparison, controls all secrets, communications, and financial transactions. And of course, Skynet was the computer program in the Terminator series that, for the most part, took over the world with the robotics and everything like that. So you give this type of power to a single company, it surpasses anything a government can do and makes everybody's life very uncomfortable. So I thought I would just share this. But yeah, once again, this is just the first article out of it. Not sure how valid it is, but it's one thing that I've always been concerned with. And so Paul Joseph Watson always does a great job of keeping us up to date on some of the latest and greatest news that will not be told on your mainstream sources. So once again, Google's quantum supremacy to render all cryptocurrency military secrets breakable. What are your thoughts on this? Is this the real deal or what? Or is this just a little scare tactic put out by somebody to get people to drop out of something that poses a real true threat? And so just this type of stuff here to you could be a gimmick or not be the real deal here. But curious to find out what you think, because once again, my stance has always been that if it's made by man, somehow down the line, a man can create something that can outdo it. And this type of technology, to me, sounds like it's something that could be feasible. So other than that, we'd love to hear your thoughts. So to wrap this up, as always, in a digitalized world, when ones and zeros rule the world, when you hear information like this, it's definitely not exciting. And so that's why it's always good to go back to the origins of this monetary system, which is to possess physical weight in the form of gold and silver. So as always, if you guys don't know, the RTD silver coin is still available. Make sure you guys definitely take advantage of the opportunity to get metals at a much cheaper rate than what it's going to be in this next decade as we head into uncertain times and chaos. So other than that, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. If you find us informative, give it a thumbs up. Don't be afraid to share it. Talk to you later.